Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Dawn. I'm a lifestyle blogger here in Houston, and today I am doing my monthly roundup, sharing my favorite in beauty, fitness, fashion, and everything in between for the month of June. So, do you want to know what made the cut as far as what my beauty favorites are, or even what shows I cannot stop watching? Then stay tuned and I'll dish it all here on. Alright guys, so let's start with fashion. There were three key pieces that I absolutely loved this month that I couldn't stop wearing, and I am going to share that with you in a cute little slideshow and to share with you why I loved each and every single piece. So let's begin. So guys, did any of those make your list? If you want to shop those items, I'm actually linking it in the blog post below. There'll be a direct link in my blog post. Alright, next topic, fitness. So recently, I have been on a group class kick, and most importantly, I've been actually attending 2 classes almost every single day. I haven't lately since I got back from my vacation this past week, but this month of June, I went to almost every single body pump class and Zumba class that they offered at 24-hour, and I loved it. Sometimes I think it's good to kind of change up your workouts sometimes, because I was going to the gym on my own and I would be running on my own, and sometimes it's good to kind of just share those experiences with other people. And I loved Zumba. It was so much fun. I loved dancing, and it was just a great way to do some cardio and dance at the same time. And then body pump, man, that class, if you're looking for a different way or just another way to kind of work out your muscles, body pump is such a great class. It really, I mean, you can, no matter what level you are, you can do body pump. And that's the thing, even if you're advanced level, you can still do body pump and get a challenge from it. Or if you're in the beginner level, you can do body pump and get a challenge from it. And I love it. I love the group class. It's probably one of my favorites. So if you've never tried it out, you should definitely do it, especially if you're just starting new and would love that group support. Those 2 classes are my absolute favorite. Alright guys, so let's talk beauty favorites. For this summer, less is more for me, and that was definitely like the whole theme of my favorites. And I'm actually going to be doing a video for you on just kind of like an everyday summer vacation look, more of like a minimalist look, something kind of like I have here, where it's not too much, but it's a nice like glowy summer look. And all of these favorites, beauty favorites that I mentioned, are going to be in that tutorial too. So let's begin. Right, so if you're following me on my Instagram, then you would have seen my beauty video for the Ever Cosmetics, and I love this palette that they sent to me. Just wanted you to see it. So what's cool about this palette is it is a 2-in-1 bronzer, or actually 3-in-1. It has bronzer, cheek, and eye, and you can even use this to kind of contour too, which I love, because it's just an all-in-one. I don't have to carry any more palette, and just the colors work really nicely on your skin. It comes in two palettes, 2 skin tones. This is for like darker skin like me, and then there's also a lighter one too. What I love about this is the pigmentation. You don't need a lot, but it shows up really well. So I just feel like I'm getting the bang for my buck, because I'm not having to keep applying and applying. I really just need a little bit, and it shows. And also there's not a lot of like fallout, which is a great thing, especially when you're doing eye makeup and you don't want to have to like worry about all the fallout that comes out. This is a really great palette, guys. I love it. I will link this too. If you didn't get to check out it on my Instagram, I'll put it on a blog post. Alright, next, another palette that I love is if I'm going out and I want to do a little bit more is this Tarte palette that my friend got me. It's Pro Glow to Go. And it has 3 different colors, so this is like a contouring glow kit. And I just love it because it just really gives you that like beautiful summery shimmer look, almost like a J-Lo look. So if you want to wear this is perfect for like, I mean, you could wear it every day or like for a really nice, beautiful, like sun-kissed nighttime look too. So I absolutely love this for the summer. The next thing that I'm going to share with you, and you know me, I'm a huge fan of Coola products. Why? Because it's cruelty-free. They use a lot of organic ingredients, no GMO, so it's just a lot of great things about it. And this one here is their sunscreen. It's actually Sports Cut sunscreen, and I used it on our vacation. We went to Tulum, and I loved it. I love how it smells. It's an organic sunscreen that has like a white tea moisturizer. What I loved about this is that like where we were in Tulum, it's very like in nature and not very developed, and they're very like environmentally friendly, which I love. So they want to make sure like when you go to cenotes, you have to wash yourself of any sunscreens or stuff like that. If you go on the beach and you're swimming with the turtles, you know, they'd rather you use like an organic or environmentally friendly sunscreen. Now I don't know like how environmentally friendly this is, but it is an organic sunscreen, which I love. And I just it just made me feel better having that when I was in those areas, and having that all over my face. I didn't feel like I was adding too much toxins into like where we were into the environment. So love this. It smells great. It doesn't have that like greasy feeling that sunscreen has. So I love this. All right, next is lip, and I am wearing it right now. It's just like, I love matte lips. Like, don't get me wrong, I used to wear matte lips all the time, but when it comes to the summer, your lips are already dry. You want something moisturizing and luscious, but you also don't want it to be too much. So there's 2 things that I use, and they were all gifted to me, and I just fell in love with them. One is this Sephora Flash Jumbo Crayon Pencil. Y'all, so sorry, get me back in focus. This I have used on my whole trip, and I just love it. It's like a moisturizing lip balm or a lip tint, but it gives you like a nice color, and I just think it's so pretty, and it feels so good on my lips. And then I also have this, and this is a nude lip balm from Tarte, and I like it because it gives you more of that shine. Now you can actually use this by itself if you didn't want the color. Let's see how much shinier my lips look. This, and it has like a minty taste, smell and taste to it. So I love this, especially for the summer. If I'm just ready to go and I don't want to put on like any really like lipstick, I will just use this. Absolutely love it. And my friend got this for me too, along with the other Tarte palette. So I recommend this. This is in the shade Nude. All right, and that rounds up our beauty favorites for June. Okay, so last of this June favorites video, I'm just going to talk a little bit about some lifestyle things that I absolutely love. So one of the things that I have been like on and I've like recently discovered is podcast. I know if for some of y'all who have like listened to podcasts your whole life, like I don't know why I wasn't listening to it more. Like especially on the drives to Houston when it's like 40 minutes, sometimes an hour drive. Like I love listening to podcasts. And I recently had a conversation with some friends who like encouraged me to listen to some of these podcasts, and I'm so glad I did, because I'm hooked, and now I've got my husband hooked, and I just feel like our day is so much better, so much more productive when we listen to podcasts. So some of my favorites that I am listening to currently is Sahara Rose, which is let me just pull it up because I don't want to give you the wrong info. So Sahara Rose is Highest Self podcast, and I'm a very spiritual person, so I just love the whole spiritual growth behind it. So if you're into that, if you're a yogi, I'm not a yogi, but I love it, or if you're just like into the whole spiritual growth, like I recommend this. Like it's so uplifting, and it's so calming, and I just feel like it really brings your spirit and your soul, and it just really like strengthens that. So great for spiritual growth. All right, my other ones that I love is Life Builders by Julie Hamilton. Now, she's actually a fellow blog mom that I follow, and she just launched her podcast, and I absolutely love it. Like 15 minutes long, it's not that long, but it's a great way to kind of just reevaluate your life and just see some create little small changes that will really make and benefit your life. So on to more entrepreneurial podcasts that I love as a blogger. As an influencer, there's 3 that make my top cut. One is the Influencer Podcast by Julie Solomon. Love her. Everything that she has put out has just been so helpful. I absolutely love her podcast. If you are an influencer or blogger and want to grow, you should check her out. Second is Forecast. If you are part of the influencer network, or if you watch the YouTube videos, this is just the audio version of the YouTube videos. I love the YouTube videos, but sometimes I can't watch it all the time, so it's nice to know that I can actually catch it on the podcast. Absolutely love the forecast, get it, haha. Anyways, and the next one, I just started this. It's I'm a little iffy on it, but I like it, but I'm not sure if I quite love it yet. But it's the Gold Digger by Jenna Kutcher, and I absolutely love Jenna Kutcher. She's beautiful Instagram photos. She has some great tips on here too. So I've just started it, so I can't say I absolutely love it yet, but it is a pretty good podcast. So if you're an influencer and you want to just have that extra motivation, check out her podcast. So that is that with podcasts. All right, next thing that I want to talk about is shows. So I just finished watching Will and Grace, like the whole 8th season. It took me about a couple months, but I finished it in May. So I needed to find something to watch, and I stumbled upon New Girl on Netflix, which is funny because I've heard about it, but I never watched it. And y'all, I'm hooked. I love that show. It is so cute. It's so funny. The characters are great. I love like a good hearty comedy, and New Girls is funny. I love it. So if you haven't watched it, or if you watched it, if you haven't watched it, you should watch it. If you haven't watched it, let me know what you think about it. I like it. I like that type of comedy. It's one of my favorites. Second one was Kimmy Schmidt. They only had like half of the season out, which was upsetting because I literally watched it in one day. I love Kimmy Schmidt. I love Titus. I love every single character in that show. I love that show. Sad thing is, this is the last season, so that's kind of upsetting, because where will Titus go? He needs his own spinoff. I love that guy. If you haven't watched it, guys, it is a hoot. If you need a good laugh, you have to watch it. It is I guess, for a certain kind of demographic, because it's got a lot of like underlying jokes in there, and it's got some underlying political jokes. It's funny, but I love it. My husband's like, I think you probably have to be like more on like the liberal side to kind of really enjoy like all the jokes in there. But anyways, it's a great funny show. I'm all about like funny shows. But if you have any other suggestions as far as shows that I should watch, let me know. Oh, I did almost forget to mention. Now, this is not funny show, but it's a show that I'm hooked on. The Handmaid's Tale. Oh my gosh, guys. It is so good. It's way too realistic at some points, but it is so good. I mean, I didn't start watching it until I saw that it started winning all these Emmys and Oscars, and I was like, how is this show winning so much? And then I went to watch the show, and then I realized why. It is that good. It is so good. It is probably better than This Is Us in that it's so realistic and so good. However, This Is Us is a great show too. Too bad it's not on right now. But it's more like family oriented, and The Handmaid's Tale is more like a dark reality of what we could possibly be living in. If you're a woman, you need to watch it. You just need to know what could be the possibility of your future. I know I'm just like getting off of my like positive vibe into like this kind of scary like realistic thing, but it really does kind of like bring you back to like this could be reality. But anyways, you need to go watch it if you haven't watched Handmaid's Tale. I love it. I'm excited for this next episode, which comes out today. Actually, it should be out. I haven't even watched it. Sorry, I got a little excited there. I need to go watch that show. Okay, and then last thing I want to talk about is I took a DNA test through Helix, and actually I have a discount code if you want to take one, and I will put it all down there in the description, or maybe I'll even put it here. But I took a DNA test. I got my results back, and it's very informative. It tells you kind of like your dietary restrictions or what you should and shouldn't kind of eat based on your genetics. It also kind of shares like just a lot of things about like your fitness levels, your intelligence levels, all kinds of things. Anyways, I'll share all of that in on my Insta stories when I can post it, because I did a collaboration with them. But I do want to share this one thing, which is so sad and so true, is that it tells me that I am lactose intolerant, probably lactose intolerant and gluten intolerant, which is sad because I love my sweets. I love my desserts. I love my ice cream. I just had a bowl of Lucky Charms earlier, and I'm so sad because I know in the next hour I'm gonna feel it, and it's not gonna be good for my digestive system, and it's sad. So now I'm gonna have to like reevaluate my diet. I have to like eat healthier. Guys, it's bad. I ate so good when I was on this vacation, and plus I had everything super healthy, and it was like cooked meals for you, you know, everything was so good in Mexico. It was like fresh fruit every single day. I could literally live there. I'm an island person, but when I come home, I don't cook. So I eat a lot of microwavable stuff, processed foods, and it's not good, guys. I do eat a lot of fruits, but it wasn't as good as it was in Mexico when it was like cut up and done for you. I know, right? Tough life. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to totally like change up my diet, because now I know why my body reacts the way it does. It's because it's probably just like genetics. But anyways, it's pretty cool. If you've never done a genetic testing, you should try it out. I think with my discount, it's originally $100. I think you can get it for like $70, and you can learn so much about yourself. But stay tuned on my Instagram stories. I'll share more about it. And I think that's it as far as my June favorites goes. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to try to link everything that I talked about in the blog post link that I will have in the description, so that way you can kind of go over it. And I would love if you commented and let me know what your favorites are, whether it's fashion, fitness, lifestyle. You just let me know. Just comment below. And if you want to see more of this, you know, just me talking a whole bunch. No, I'm kidding. I do tutorials too. But if you want to see more of me, and if you love this video, just hit like and subscribe. And thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Oh, I forgot to mention, because you can't really see it. Happy Pride Month to everybody that is celebrating Pride, to the LGBT community. Happy Pride Month. And that this video is dedicated to you. Alright, bye guys.